So guys, here at Rosslynlee Fishery for a morning to get out of the house. This self-isolation's doing my nothing, so cracking morning. Hopefully it's going to be a good day's fishing. Cheers. So just to quickly clarify, when I said self-isolation, I actually meant social distancing. So many of these phrases that have come out with this coronavirus, but yes, I wasn't supposed to be in self-isolation and going out fishing, so just to clarify that. So this was me just getting set up, starting my day at Rosslynlee, and just glad to be out fishing. Really windy day, as you can see. It's coming straight into my face, kind of right to left, which isn't ideal for a right-handed caster, but as you'll see, kind of adjust to that. Sometimes even casting over my opposite shoulder. The fish, as it turns out, weren't that far out, so it wasn't a problem. I wasn't having to cast far, big distances, but yeah, very windy day, but as you'll see, it turned out to be a great day. Also, just to confirm that the winner from the competition that I done in my last video was David. I drew that randomly from a hat and David turned out the winner, so get in touch with you. So well done. I'll do similar things in the future as often as I can. So yeah, a lot of the flies that are in that box, I was using the same types of flies in this day's fishing, so definitely proof that they work. So hope you enjoy them, David, and get in touch, let us know how you do with them. this fish was putting up a cracking fight. Wasn't even that big a fish, but really was full of beans. Putting up a great fight, which is what you want. On the black apps again, on the midge tip, fading up the retrieve, so quite a sort of medium figure 8, just counting to 3, pause, counting to 5, pause, just mixing it up. Black apps is definitely my go-to fly when starting fishing just now. It seems to do really well. I've found I've actually never failed to catch a fish when putting the black apps on. Sure, that'll change, but until then I keep up the tradition of starting with that each day. And as you can see, it was successful, so great start to the day, and long may that continue. Another 10 minutes, another fish, another nice looking fish as well. Fought pretty hard, and again on the black apps, just on a midge tip line. Fought like a demon for its size, to be fair, which is what you want. Yeah, another nice fish.
I tried to give away all I had. My mind was full of my mistakes. I've been too fragile through my life, and I'm missing you so bad. Don't know if I should call you back. You know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now. Something that is, I feel there's something that is, I feel there's something that is stopping me now. Oh. And I try to forget all what I had, but is my mind really gonna cut you out? I feel like no prayers are gonna help myself. No, don't know if I should call you back. You know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now.
So as you can see, that one pinged off the hook, but don't mind that. I'd rather, when I'm on catch and release, lose a fish than spend half an hour fighting it. I always try and bully them in a bit. So time for a change of flies, and had quite a few on the black apps, so try something new. A couple of marabou lures with some frits, bit of movement on them, see how they go. So after making a bit of a mealy landing that fish, that's another fish in the net. Can't ask for a better start to the day than that. Which got me thinking, a change of flies again to the Apache flies using the pulse material that I've recently got. I've never failed to catch with that again, so just got me thinking, let's try and keep that record going, put them on. see how they do. The fish seem to be on, so give them a bash, and they seem to have really good movement on them. The fish seem to love it, so gave that a go, and it didn't take long before I was into another fish. So obviously a good start to the day. There you go, into the fish, and another win for the sunburst colour, which seems to be the favourite. So yeah, cracking. So another fish landed on the sunburst pulse, and I feel like switching over to the floating line because I've seen a few fish moving, so I want to make sure I don't go below the fish, and moved on to the black leech and damsel. Give that a bash, and I've always found that having the black leech on the dropper, although they may take the damsel more times than not, there's something about it. I think the black leech attracts them in. So always worth thinking of that when you've got two flies, is one might be catching but the other might be serving a purpose. So yeah, there you go, straight into a fish on the damsel. But as I say, the combo with the black leech seems to be killer. If I put two damsels on, don't get anywhere near the same take. So I'll stick with this setup for quite a while, and I'll just leave the footage running and speed up the bits in between, and you'll see in a sort of 40-minute period, having these flies on, have a great little spell. So again, same setup, 15.5 feet, 6 pound leader straight through with 7.5 feet for the point fly to the dropper. The black leech and the dropper, damsel on the point.
Faces passing by too fast to recognize. Caught inside my mind, don't pop me loose this time. In between the space paths made of time and place, silence gets so loud to strangers in the crowd. Walls are tumbling down, should stay but wanna run. Stumbling in a dream, you whisper I tried to give away all I had. My mind was full of my mistakes. I've been too fragile through my life, and I'm missing you so bad. Don't know if I should call you back. You know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now. Something that is, I feel there's something that is, I feel there's something that is stopping me now. Oh. And I try to forget all what I had, but is my mind really gonna cut you out? I feel like no prayers are gonna help myself. No. If I should call you back, you know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now. There's something that is, I feel there's something that is, I feel there's something that is stopping me now. Oh.
So yet another fish on the damsel and black leech combination. Really was working well. Decided at this point to switch over to more natural flies just to try and keep the takes coming. Although it's been successful, just mix it up a bit. Try and keep the fish on, keep catching. So a nice little cruncher and daddy longlegs combo. Give that a bash for a while and see if the fish keep coming. The fish always seem to go off certain flies after a certain period of time, and tend to find going more natural and reducing the size of your flies can just keep the bites coming. So that's what I did, and as it turned out, it worked well. Nice slow retrieve. Nothing too quick, just a nice slow figure 8, and bang, in again on the daddy long legs. And yeah, nice to get fish on more natural flies too. So again, into another fish on the daddy long legs, and at this point still just using the 2 flies on the same length and strength of leader. Didn't want to increase to 3 flies even when using smaller flies, because to be honest, the fishing was that good. I wasn't wanting to hook up 2 fish at one time and end up getting snapped off. So sometimes I would go to 3 flies if we're using smaller flies to try and get more takes, but there was no need at all. 2 flies was more than enough. The fish were just on. So yeah, another nice little fish, and again on a natural. I decided to then change flies again just to keep mixing it up. A little bit smaller again, so went with a nice little dialback and cormorant combo. Really like fishing with these flies. It can be deadly, especially on reservoirs. And so yeah, I had a little go with these, and again, proved deadly. So as you can see, the cormorant doing the damage. Had to switch over, so went for a snatcher and a cruncher. Again, just a variance in colours and smaller flies, basically because I'd got all tangled up. The fish had tangled me all up in the net, so I thought might as well just switch over to something new and try something different again. So another fish landed, this time on a black and silver cruncher. And yet again, fish tangled me up in the net, so at this point I just switched back to the Pulse Apache flies, just to have another go with them. And yeah, something quite cool happened. I mean, it's very often, I mean, the amount of times, say, always fish the hang, where it's just basically, when you come to the end of your retrieve, slowly lifting your rod up in the water. A lot of times fish can take at that point, just as you're about to lift off, they come and chase the fly. So it's exactly what happened here. You can probably actually see it quite clearly on the footage that just as I lift up the rod, you can see the swirl and the fish going for the fly, and then all I do is drop the fly back in the water, and as you'll see, just slowly move it to the side and the fish takes it. So tried to grab it on when I was raising my rod, seen the swirl, just dropped the fly, and there's a swirl. That's me dropping it back in, and there we go. So always worth hanging your flies. Sometimes it's quite difficult, especially in this spot. There was a lot of weed round about the edges, so it wasn't always a great idea to bring the flies that far in, but on this occasion it worked, and as you see, just drop the fly back in, and even then the fish can still take it. It's hanging about looking for it. So yeah, pretty cool, and pretty cool to get on film as well. So another change of flies, it quietened down for a bit, so went on to a snatcher and dial back again. Say quietened down, getting a bit greedy, but yeah, so I took off the Apache, brighter coloured flies, back to the naturals. Always find that later in the day the naturals do far better. Fish are getting a bit wiser to certain patterns and bigger shapes in the water, so just switched back to naturals and managed to pick up some more fish. So yet another fish, and turning out to be an epic day. Switched back onto the black leech and the blue flash damsel. Just have another go with that. This was probably the most successful fly between the damsel and the black apps for the whole day. Here comes my dad, who was out fishing with me that day. He done well as well. He caught more than 10 fish. So this is the guy that got me involved in fishing. He invited me along to his angling club outing to Lake and Teeth, and that's where it all started. Properly got the fishing bug. Only started fishing really properly in June last year. That was when I was invited along as a guest to the angling club outing, and before that I'd fished very occasionally with my dad. Didn't know at all what I was doing. It was a case he would set up a rod for me, give me flies to use, and I would just cast the thing. But yeah, and another fish here to end a great day again on the damsel. But yeah, once I done that trip to Menteith, that was it. It was a whole different story and really got the bug. Haven't looked back since, so all down to that man, and glad I can enjoy something with him together. We used to play golf together, both gave that up. Fishing together, nothing better than that, especially out in the boat for a day, so long may that continue. So fishing the net, cracking days fishing. At this point the memory in my camera ran out, so I actually did go on to catch more fish, but what a day. I mean, really enjoyed it. It's great to get out, and yeah, if only every day's fishing was like that. Well, I guess actually it wouldn't be quite the same if every day was like that. It's also quite rewarding when you catch nothing all day, try everything and eventually get a fish, but always nice to get a day where the fish are on and you catch a fair few, trying out different flies and methods. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and who knows when the next time we'll be out with all this that's going on, but plenty of time to tie flies and get ready. Who knows what it's going to do to the angling club, which I'm now a member of as of this year, first year, and looking like it might be cancelled, but hopefully the lockdown won't last too long. We can all get out fishing soon. Cheers guys.